Hello, my name is Dale DuFay. I'm going to go over this video that Mary Hall uploaded on her channel, and it's been featured on many other channels, including Mr. MBB333, Third Phase of Moon, and their sister channel. And it's because it's very interesting and very revealing, but this is something that some haven't noticed is these black cubes here. There's one right here, right in this circle, which are throughout the entire video, and they don't move at all, but they do go the exact same speed as the ISS space station, which is over 17,000 miles an hour. So these things are keeping pace with that, and they're obviously closer to the Earth's atmosphere, closer to the Earth, and we can assume they're at least 5 to 7 miles, maybe more, a little more from the Earth surface of the Earth. So that would make the camera on the ISS approximately, because the ISS is 265 miles from the surface of the Earth in its orbit. So that would make the camera approximately 260 miles from these objects, these two. Maybe not these two in particular because they are faint, but they do interact with the clouds. But by that I mean they go through the clouds. They don't seem to leave any wakes or anything like these white ones that appear at the bottom here do. But we were able to determine the size of these approximately by superimposing the Chicago area, the exact same scale. In fact, we got the image from Google Earth and we're able to determine the viewpoint of that image being 260 miles. So that would be the viewpoint from the ISS live feed camera on these objects. So we were able to, through this video, superimpose the Chicago metro area, and also accurately by seeing the space station. Mary watches regularly as it goes over America, and she's seen it going over Chicago, and we were able to scale the great, Michigan, one of the Great Lakes, which clearly shows up on the satellite during nighttime. You can see a clear definition between the city lights and the lake with no lights. So we're able to scale it that way, plus the fact that it shows that it's 260 miles from the surface of the Earth, and from the point of view we're getting from Google Earth. So we're able to scale that in there and superimpose it and get a pretty good idea how big these cubes or these crafts are. Of course, they could be cubular because of the pixelation, but the fact is they're all look like they're squares, and they've been circling, especially these two here, along with another one that's probably in here somewhere. There's usually three of them that orbit the Earth with the space station continuously almost. You can't always see them, but Mary's been monitoring them since last spring, and they're always here. And of course, they're here in this one too, but they're not as predominant as these white ones that come up. So let's go check this out. And you can see these are going to stay in their relative position, which would indicate they're going 17,000 miles an hour with the space station, over 17,000 miles an hour. And here these two come up. They're actually veering this way, which would indicating they're going at a pretty high speed as well. They're moving with the surface of the Earth, but they are moving up this way. So that would, they're going thousands of miles an hour as well. So here's this metro Chicago area. You can see the grid work in here. Very, very even. You could take one of those grids and they almost size up with these objects coming up. See here, you can see them through here. Still see the black ones, but you can see the ones coming up actually making wakes in the cloud. And you can see that they're about the same size as these grids, the real even grid work, city blocks or whatever they may be. And then we blew up Google Earth and we're able to measure one of those even grids, and it comes out to a mile. So we can, easily deduce that those craft that we're seeing down there causing those huge wakes are almost a mile wide. And then those wakes they're leaving are no doubt at least 15 miles across. and we do see them moving. But this video, I can go into the photo album and show the original video here, and we could see again how they're actually coming up from the bottom of the screen. So they're moving in this direction, almost perpendicular with the orbit of the camera on the space station. But the fact that they're moving upwards and going at an angle like this would indicate that they're also going at great speed. I imagine it'd be difficult to calculate, but those black ones we were seeing, which you could still see them here, they're always with the space station, so we know how fast they're going. But see, these are causing tremendous wakes, so you can imagine these wakes at the greatest width are approximately 10 to 15 miles across. That's how fast these are going. And if you watch and track each one of these, you can clearly see them moving progressively upwards in this direction. And that's not with the orbit, because everything goes straight across with the orbit, or appears to. But these are clearly going almost perpendicular with it at a very high speed. That would be difficult to determine, but we have determined the size. We could safely, I assume they were at least a quarter mile across, but now I could safely say that they're easily 1 mile across, and that's incredible. And again, it's to debate what shape they are. They could be cubes. If they are, they're a mile high as well too, but they could be circular, triangular, who knows. But the fact is they're huge, and they're apparently indicating that something's going on around planet Earth lately, that's for sure. And thanks to Mary Hall for watching, monitoring these things for us and catching these, which she's continually doing as long as the camera's working on the ISS, which it was ironically not working for almost 24 hours after she made that discovery of this video and recorded it. But the thing is they could have been using it too as well. So thanks again to Mary Hall. Again, this is Dale DuFay. Thanks for watching. Bye.